More in the middle there?
Can't. I mean, like I can maybe try to move the
No, you're
camera
okay.
over
Okay.
slightly, but
We're on.
not
We're
much.
on.
Why does the whole screen look like that?
Looks like we are live, my friend.
Nice. Well, so welcome back, guys, to a brand new video. Today, Max decided to leave.
I mean, not really.
Well,
He's
yeah,
at
he's
practice.
at football practice. But anyway, we're gonna be talking about a few things. First of all, there's this whole thing about this guy who has a tattoo.
Hmm.
Um, there's also a robbery at this place called the Louvre in Paris. And then thirdly, there's also been these No Kings protests, which are crazy. So we're going to talk a little bit about those. And something which is by far the most devastating out of all of these, we have just been permanently banned on TikTok.
Yeah.
So
Where do you want to start? You want to start with TikTok? That's a
let's
short
maybe,
one.
yeah, let's
I
maybe
don't know.
start
We
TikTok a little
we
bit.
literally posted something just a little bit ago, and we got a notice that we've been permanently banned on TikTok. Now we appealed, so a lot of times we get brought back. But I don't know. TikTok's really finicky. They are much more difficult to deal with than any of the other platforms, in my opinion.
Yeah. Also, I personally think they're the most hated or hateful.
Yeah. I mean, they have the most restrictions for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of honestly, it might be not that bad of a thing because as I said before, I think it's very, or there's a lot of people on that who do not like us at all.
Yeah.
So maybe it would be a good thing. Who knows, right? Maybe this is a
Maybe
blessing.
we don't have nearly the crowd uh, on TikTok. So,
Yeah.
but it's a rowdy crew
Yeah. But so now we are gone from there. So we will keep
for
you
now.
guys
For now, I'm sure
posted
it'll be back, or
in case we do come back.
yeah, or we'll end up probably just creating another channel and opening that up
Hmm.
so that
Yeah.
we can be there because we know the people that are just going to really miss us.
Ah, what a
Hmm,
shame if we're not there,
right?
right?
Yeah.
So
All right. So,
another thing.
by the way, I'm just looking at the comments
Oh
here. Can you see them? Or
no,
okay.
why?
Let's just see here. A lot of comments we got.
How many people are watching?
Um, oh, somebody's happy TikTok banned us. Well, yeah, these are the people that don't like free speech.
Of course.
Apparently, they only like their speech, their echo chambers. Nicely done, leftist echo chambers. So let's see.
Any questions?
No, we got to some normal, kind of normal troll comments. A few good ones.
Keep in
Um,
mind, guys, you guys can. This time, it's not necessarily like one specific topic, so you guys can actually like ask questions a
yeah.
lot.
Somebody asked if we're funded by APAC. We're not funded by anybody except this guy right here. Um, yeah. I mean, gosh, it'd be great to get funding, but
Yeah, that's
no,
definitely not happening
this
at
is
our
not a
size
money
yet.
making venture. Just so people know that you don't get into this to make money. And I know people have much larger followings than us. Just don't make money. This isn't really about making money. It's about speaking your mind.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Any other questions?
Get out of here with your Palestine crap. Hey, we got a ceasefire agreement. I wish they'd
Yeah.
follow up with it
What's not
instead
that
of
bad about
murdering
that?
their own citizens.
It is kind of weird what's happening. You'd think like after peace they would actually like keep the peace, but no, instead they just decide to go crazy again. And
Mm.
I heard that Israel is now, or like I guess they like bombarded or something because like like Palestine killed some of their like police officers or something, right?
I don't know. I don't know, but I know that Hamas has been executing citizens in the streets.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's rough.
Very nice people, right?
Yeah. Well, we digress. So TikTok, we'll see. We might be back, but we're on Instagram right now.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and we've been taken down here multiple times. We get our friends that like to mass report us for nefarious things that aren't true, and then they bring our account back up. And fortunately, Meta's pretty good about that. So
Another thing that happened this weekend is the No Kings protests.
yeah.
Everybody has probably heard of those. Um, so that was very interesting. All these people writing about that there's a king when he was literally elected and he keep his power for longer than 4 years.
Mhm.
Basically 3 years left now, right? So,
Yeah.
why are they still complaining?
It's an anti-democracy protest is what it is, really.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
and
mean, no
anti-Trump
kings, but our president,
is not a king.
who's, the head of the executive branch of government, which is defined by our Constitution, was elected by the representative democracy of our electoral college. He was also won the popular vote. Oh, and he won all the swing states, and he's implementing the policies that he said he would.
Yet
So
he's a
that's what
king.
that's what we call democracy. So anybody protesting, like trying to take him out, is anti-democracy, which is pretty ironic, isn't
It's
it?
kinda strange, it doesn't really make sense, right? It's kinda, like, counterintuitive.
Yeah, yeah, like a lot of things they do. Yeah, which could take us to the other time. So we could talk more about no kings, but then there's this news that really just happened. Well, I guess yesterday, but it's pretty recent. Where there's a senator. We got to watch what we say here, William, in terms of
Yeah, I
the
know.
term.
Well, that's what I said in the very
N
beginning.
not s C. Okay, so there's a certain German group that, we might refer to here, but there's a gentleman who is running for senator in Maine named Graham, uh, Plant
Mm, who knows? Anyway, though, his
Plantner?
backstory is that he's basically a Democrat somebody who's running for the, what is
Yeah,
it?
he's trying to upset the Republican seat there. He's running for that
Yeah,
seat, and it just came out that he's got a
tattoo.
tattoo specifically by that group on his chest. Now he's said he's said, "Oh, I didn't know, I didn't mean it." He's getting it tattooed over so that it doesn't look like what it was originally. So that's all good, but
How
it's
do you
interesting.
not mean it, though?
I don't know
And
when you
you
put
put
something
it on your body?
right.
Like, makes no sense to me. How is it even possible? Um, yeah, it's kinda weird that like maybe, like and and then, like, it's surprising we even actually put a post out about this, right? It's surprising, though, because they call us Nazis and things. Meanwhile, somebody on their own side has, like, a symbol or whatever of
Yes,
it.
a permanent brand on their body.
Yeah,
Mm, that's interesting.
it's kinda weird.
Yeah, yeah, but apparently we embody that, and the person who actually tattooed it on their body doesn't. I don't know. It's weird. I can't like keep up with this kind of logic, to be honest. Um, so that I think is a pretty interesting story. Um, and we'll see what comes out of it. But it's not getting any press because obviously the left doesn't want to talk about that. They'd rather. You remember when Elon waved at the crowd and they called it a certain type of salute, William?
Yes.
Yeah,
And then, like, they're still not they're still mad about that, yet they're not
yeah,
mad about this one
yeah,
situation.
yeah.
Like, maybe
It's
you should think outside of your little hobbit hole of your group of
yeah,
friends or whatever.
yeah. Um,
Any questions?
Da-da-da-da-da. I'm just looking at some of the comments in here.
What?
No, nothing. Just
Just gonna leave me in the dust?
no. I'm
Wow.
I'm just reading through them.
Mm. Let's see here.
Somebody talked
Oh,
about the Insurrection Act. I tell you what, there's been a lot of insurrection though happening. It started June 6th, um, with all these retaliations against ICE. When you directly impede a federal branch of the government from doing their job, that's an insurrection. And so we have lots of that going on. Portland, Chicago, all over the country against ICE. Those are actual insurrections.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird that people like. Well, you've probably now, or there's plenty of videos now out there of them like surrounding their buildings and stuff, and then like starting to get hurt and things, and yet now like in a bunch of these states, Trump is not allowed to send in the National Guard, even though these like they're literally
Actually,
hurting people and stuff, right? And they're not doing anything.
right, right. Yeah. He's justified to send in the National Guard if you have local authorities opposing federal law. I mean, I don't know what else to say. But, they're angry. So let's see if we got any interesting comments here. Let's see. Glory to Ukraine. Oh, interesting.
That's
Free Palestine, glory to Ukraine. Gotcha. Um,
Oh,
so let's see. What's GSD Dad? What's your name? Matt. Yeah, you can see it on our account.
hmm,
Republicans did the same January 6th. I mean, it wasn't good. I don't condone it, but I mean,
wasn't necessarily
it wasn't
bad,
violent.
right?
Um, so, not saying it's good. It's all bad. Anything like anytime a riot gets out of hand, it's bad. But I wouldn't compare it to some of the atrocities that have happened
Recently.
recently, or yeah, like assassination attempts, like massive like violence, burning, looting cities. That's pretty wild. Yeah.
Hmm.
Somebody
Yeah.
said here, "Oh, the Democrat Party is the violent party."
I mean, like, it's not necessarily
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah, they said it.
Eh,
I think both parties have some issues, but I definitely feel like bullets are flying more one direction than the other. Um, 6 people didn't die at J6. Only there's one person that died by the hands of a police officer. They attributed deaths later, like
hmm.
from the event. It's not true. You should read up on that. All right. So what else? So we went over. I think we kind of went over the topics. I guess I'd
Most
be
of them
curious
except
if.
for one, the Louvre.
Oh, the Louvre. Yes. Tell us about this
It's a
one.
crazy thing that's happened right lately. So there is basically everybody knows the Louvre, right? You know, the big like history place. You know, it's like museum in Paris that has a giant triangle thing in the very center of glass. That place also holds a Mona Lisa and things. Point is, there is a wing of it, I guess, that was under construction, and inside of it, there is a bunch of artifacts from the Napoleon era,
Hmm.
and somehow these guys came in dressed as, I'm pretty sure, workers, scared off the security guards, stole all of this stuff, and ran with it.
Yeah.
These people somehow stole from the Louvre. Like,
That's not easy.
that's like literal that's like the top tier in like crimes. How do you do that and like get away
S-
with it?
Somebody commented that they were in and out in less than 10 minutes, and that's true. I think I
Yeah.
read it was like 7 to 8 minutes. That's incredible. I mean, this is like an Ocean's 11. Maybe young people don't know that reference, but this is like an Ocean's 11 plan, and they got out of there with priceless artifacts and jewels. Crazy,
It
crazy.
was like I don't understand like I don't understand how on earth that's possible. You'd think at this type of place they'd have security, especially more security at the places that are under construction, which are could possibly maybe have more like weak points or areas that people could break in.
Hmm.
But nope.
Well, I heard they took a ladder thing to get up onto another level, and they
Yeah.
cut through the glass, and then they got away on motorbikes.
Oh, I didn't hear that last
Yeah,
part.
right.
So this is very planned.
They're pretty nimble, through the cities. So I suppose that's a good getaway scheme. But wow. But there's also it wasn't the Hope Diamond. It was there was a massive diamond. I forget who it was owned by one of the maybe the queens or something, but it was like a $60 million diamond that they didn't
Holy
take.
s
So some people are asking like, well, why didn't they take that? Maybe it's
maybe they just forgot.
yeah,
Honestly, if I was in this situation, right, I would probably be like, "Oh gosh, just get everything you can," right? But maybe they weren't thinking properly or something.
yeah.
You think it'd be the first thing if they did do something
Somebody
like that?
commented, I think it's cool. I don't really care if these places get robbed. I mean, I'm not necessarily feeling bad for the country that owns the goods or whatever. However, I do think there's certain like artifacts that you could argue the people deserve to be able to see,
Yeah.
right, from their history. And so now those people won't be able to see those jewels or crowns. And so I think that's yeah, I think that's kind of too bad.
Yeah, honestly, like, I don't really feel bad for Paris or France. I feel bad because, well, you're stealing artifacts from these old times, right? People would think a time which people are very interested in, right? Napoleon. Yet you just steal it, right? And then now you sell it whoever you want, right? So
Hmm.
now other people can't enjoy it. People can't like research about it, maybe learn more about that area that people possibly don't understand, right? Yeah. That's what that I that's why I think it's kind of
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, it's crazy. You haven't been in the Louvre, Will?
No.
No, I've been in there, but we were in another huge museum recently,
Yes. In
the Hermitage Museum, right?
that was in Russia, right?
Yeah, in St. Petersburg,
Yeah.
and it's a similar size, but I just can't imagine somebody getting in and out of there. It's like kind of a similar setup. It's very spread out through a bunch of buildings, and I don't know how people get in and out of there so quickly.
Yeah. Kinda crazy.
Yeah. Somebody
Crazy how
asked,
something that can actually happen.
I'll let you take this question, Will.
Mm.
Somebody asked, how safe was Russia? We were there
Oh.
for 2 weeks, so people
Oh.
know.
It was so safe. It was, like, amazing. Um, it was very interesting because like, we didn't feel threatened or anything at all. Everybody was very nice there, and the security was, like, okay or, like, good and stuff. Yeah, I think the security is great.
Yeah. I didn't feel unsafe at any point. We were on the subways and metro late at night even. Didn't have any issues.
Yeah.
I didn't see one piece of trash the whole time we were there either.
Yes. We only saw one homeless person there.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
It was amazing. It was very cool to see how
And it
little
wasn't it
crime we could tell from the
yeah,
from the first look.
and it wasn't like they had armed guards everywhere. They had them around the Kremlin, but not in like the smaller cities or areas that we went. It was just yeah, pretty chill, safe.
Amazing. Yeah.
Um let's see here. I saw something about something I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's get back. Um
Are
I don't know.
you okay?
I'm behind on the comments. I'm behind. I'm behind. I'll catch up.
Any other questions coming in? Oh, I shouldn't have asked.
No, I don't. I think some of these people are talking back and forth amongst themselves, which is fine.
But yeah,
But
overall, there's been a lot of crazy things that have happened this weekend. Even more crazy, actually. Bitcoin went back up to 125,000 and back down to 105.
hmm yeah, we've seen some volatility in the markets.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't know. Could be a number of factors.
yeah.
We
Who
haven't
knows?
talked about government shutdown.
Honestly, it hasn't really affected me.
Yeah,
And according to some articles that you guys have told us about, it hasn't really affected most people.
yeah. Oh, here somebody asked about the White House remodeling. We were just talking about this.
Oh
They're,
yes,
you know what they're
We-
putting in, right?
yes. They're putting in a ballroom.
hmm What do you think of that?
Maybe like, why are people so mad about it? It's just a ballroom.
Yeah.
Well,
Literally, like most presidents will make some change to the White House. I think, of course, um, JFK put in some things. His wife was redecorating all kinds of stuff. It made huge news. Um, other presidents have done stuff through time, but really, like anything Trump does is going to be critiqued. Um, Actually, we put out a post on this. If you want to
yes.
see, it's kind of a satirical pun at this, but we posted Joe Biden hanging out on the front lawn with some transgender individuals, and so there's a question of like, well, what's that's okay, but putting in a ballroom's not.
Man, but like I actually heard that we were looking through the comments and I heard that JFK was going to put a ballroom in
hmm
and then
He was assassinated and
yeah,
didn't get
right.
finished. Yeah,
So he couldn't finish it. But now it's not okay, right? Like it's not that bad of a place. Like the a ballroom's actually a nice spot to have inside of like a nice house where
yeah, yeah,
it is a white house. So
exactly. I mean, what's wrong with a ballroom?
nothing.
They they've had like literally naked people on the lawns doing stuff. So this is like seems more tasteful. Anyway, somebody asked how old you are, Will.
Oh, now I am 14.
hmm Somebody mentioned tell Max they appreciate his Sunday devotions. Thank you, appreciate that. He
We
loves
will.
doing those. He really enjoys that. He's really gotten interested in the Bible and loves putting those out. That's his thing. Opinions about the terrorist running. It sounds like you have an opinion about the terrorist running for New York City mayor. This is Mandami. Will.
Oh, did
Yeah.
he say terrorist?
Yeah. Yeah. he's like
He's a
he's
socialist,
pretty
right?
outwardly socialist, which is kind of like the gateway drug to communism. But I think he's going to win.
Sadly.
And ultimately, I guess the people will get what they voted for. Although this is, one of our gem cities. It'll be a shame to see anything really bad happen in New York. But ultimately, I don't think he'll be able to put in place a lot of things that he wants. He needs state. He'll need, he'll need the governor to align with him on a lot of the things that he wants to get done, and tax changes. I think it's just going to be really difficult. Even as left leaning as the city is, I think it's going to be hard for him to get things in place that he wants. So ultimately, it will probably do some harm, but maybe not that much. That's
Yeah.
that's my guess. I don't
He
know.
can well, as you mentioned, right? He's just a mayor. He doesn't have that much power except for the stuff that happens really in his city, but at that point, he still cannot, like, make the government run grocery stores and things like that, that he
Right.
really wants.
That's right. That's right. So let's move down.
Crazy how he wants government or owned like, grocery stores. How are they gonna do that? Are they all, like, also gonna make a profit? It's kinda just like the Arizona lottery, right? They're literally making a profit off the people. What are these gonna be? Right? There's gonna be no competition. What if they just start putting apples at $20? That would be so funny. Well, not good, but it would be kind of karmactic. Karma, I
Yeah.
guess, right?
Right. Right. Yeah, and I see there's a lot of talk going on in here. This may be a bigger conversation we could do another time, but
Mm,
democratic socialists versus social democracies. There are two different things. And typically, a democratic socialist is somebody who still, or an economy that still believes in free markets, but has large safety nets and social programs. Where a social democracy is where the means of production are largely owned by the state, and people vote for how they get controlled to some extent. I might be off a little bit on that, but I think that's roughly correct. So
okay.
it's an interesting conversation. Probably one, Will, you're not like that. Might be a little above your head.
Hmm.
Okay. Thoughts on hate speech from the No Kings protesters that are Marxist Islamists? Well, yeah, I mean the stuff that came up at the No Kings rallies around um, not see references, fascist references, references about Charlie Kirk. I mean, you've probably all seen these things. You've seen they had like pinatas of Donald Trump. I mean, just imagine like this is just horrible choices. And so, like, if you want to protest policies, maybe do that. But protesting people and just trying to dehumanize them and make
Yeah.
villains out of everybody,
Especially
that's
calling people things that are not actually. Like, he is
what's
obviously not a king.
what's
If you
what's
were around in Britain, you wouldn't know what a king is. If you were here right now, you know what that is not around anymore
What's crazy is they're actually protesting what they are, meaning like they're protesting against democracy. They want to overturn a guy that was elected.
by
Like,
democracy.
what are they doing? And they endorse political violence. That's a fascist tenant.
They're
I
literally
don't.
going against their own personal
It's
beliefs.
so weird. It's so weird. I don't understand it. So let's see. ICE seems to be doing a great job. Yeah, I just wish they could move faster.
Yeah, they're kind of slow right now.
Yeah,
I
wish they could
thought
move
that it would
faster.
all be gone. Well, granted, there are like what 20 million or something here,
Yeah,
so it's not necessary. Don't have, we shouldn't
it's
have necessarily expected them to get all it done like a month or something. But
It's a hot take, but I think it's a reasonable one to say that the faster they move, the more humane it is. You let people get really like established, start a family, get a job, and then like push them out later. Boy, that's so rough. I think the sooner you do it, the better. It's like ripping off a band-aid. Yeah. What else we got here? What else?
I mean,
Who do
tell
we
me.
see as next president? Will, do you have any thoughts about that?
There's a
Who
few
do you like?
people. There's a few people I do really like. One of them is Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah, you like him?
I like him a lot. Yeah, he's a
Okay.
pretty cool guy.
Mm.
Also, it proved that we're not racist, right?
Okay.
because people always say we're racist,
Yeah.
and we're definitely not racist, and then that'll just be even more proof, right?
Mm.
Um, Another person, who is the governor of Florida?
DeSantis.
DeSantis. I
Mhm.
kinda liked him. He was also pretty
Yeah.
cool, but I would definitely prefer Ramaswamy. And then I know also people might say Vance or
JD
something.
Vance. Yeah.
I mean, like, Vance is
I think
good
Jan
and
yeah.
all, but I personally prefer those other people slightly more.
Right, right. So somebody asking here about why not just document the illegal immigrants if they're already here, just streamline them into the current immigration process. So essentially, reward those that broke the law, 8 USC 1325, which is a criminal offense, and yeah, and give them preference. I don't know how I don't know how to answer that really, other than like I don't think we should endorse illegal behavior. The other thing is mass amnesties. Like that sets a really bad tone and precedent. I mean, they Ronald Reagan did it in California essentially, and that's why it's now a permanently blue state. Biden and Harris were trying to do it. They were opening the borders. Like you could make a pretty strong argument that mass immigration was intended to change the power dynamic and turn all the swing states blue. Like that's why do you think they're sending people up to Ohio and Indiana and these places? So mass amnesties, just like I don't think that's a non-starter. Um, yeah. Let's see what else. Do you think Vance is astro? I don't even know what that means.
Astro what?
Astroturfed. I don't
Please
even know what
speak
that
in
means.
our language. I am English.
I don't know what that means. It could be some kind of. I just don't know what it means. Well, let's see. You run for president. Oh yeah, sure. Maybe
Um,
Will. Let's see. What would you be? 2040. See,
well,
somewhere
14,
around there.
right? I have to be 30. So
2042.
basically 16 years.
Mhm.
So
Oh, I get.
fine.
But got to be 35 to be president.
Hmm, not
You can
bad.
put it on your roadmap.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, honestly, I don't really want to be president. That's a lot of work. I mean, like, it would be pretty cool, but honestly, there's a lot of other people which I think are much more fit to be president than me.
Mm,
I
yeah.
don't know if I do very well under all that pressure.
You don't think so? Well, you got a lot of years to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Still. Uh, do you think you would be a good president?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I don't think I'd have the patience for it.
Oh, yeah.
I like to get stuff
You
done.
do not have patience.
Yeah, I like to get stuff done, and all the bureaucracy I think would be. Um,
Driving you crazy?
yeah, somebody said any next president should be working to improve conditions for all, not simply the most wealthy and big corporations. I agree with that. I actually agree with that. Hence why we need to cut spending and get government spending under control. That gets inflation under control and stop bailing out corporations. Actually, bailing out corporations. Will, we've talked about this. Bailing out corporations,
Is
which has
bad.
happened. Both Republican and Democrat presidents have done this. Is a bad precedent. It removes the risk profile from these companies, and generally, I think it's something that both like left and right leaning people agree with. So the bailouts, while yes, it would have been painful, probably put people out of work. Ultimately, I don't think it's good in the long run. And bailing out banks for sure. Right now,
That's an
like
awful idea.
banks have adjusted their their risk ratios to essentially infinite. Like they can loan out infinite amounts of money. So yeah, if we have any kind of like economic collapse again, like we did in 2008, it's gonna be a disaster.
Wah,
Yeah,
wah.
the fractional banking system. That's a whole other. That's another day, maybe.
Yes, stay tuned.
Let's see what else. Brandon Tatum would make a good president. Yes, maybe so. In fact,
We
we just,
okay, yeah, I guess
we
I'll
just
say
visited with
we
him
just visited
yesterday.
his place.
Yeah, he's here in town. He's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, he's awesome. Super
he's a
like down to
nice guy.
earth, chill guy. We went up and saw his operation. He's got they manufacture and they produce a number of things. But yeah, he's here in town in the Phoenix area, and we went to visit him. He's been on our podcast. He's a really cool guy.
If you saw his live stream yesterday, we were actually in the room for the very beginning of that. We
Hmm.
were watching we were watching him start his live stream and then we left. So, if you saw his live stream yesterday, we were there and we saw everything. He's a pretty cool guy though.
Yeah, he
But
is.
yeah, he was very interesting.
Somebody asked what kind of music you like. Will.
I don't really like very much music. If I would say anything, oh man, it's gonna sound so weird. I like classical, like Beethoven
That is
and
unique for a
Mozart.
child. It's unique for a youngster.
My favorite one is Rondo alla Turca. It's very good, but
What is that?
I'll show it to you after.
You listen to this?
No, but I don't really like music, but
Mm.
anytime I do listen to music, I'd much rather listen to that than your Deton Ranch freestyle or whatever junk
Mm.
you listen to.
Country.
It's awful.
Yeah. Max
Awful.
is not here, but
He would probably be yelling at me
he
right
likes a
now.
little bit of everything. Max has very diverse playlists. Everything from 80s, 90s. He's got hip hop.
80s
He's
aren't
got
bad.
country. 80s, yeah. See?
Like, I
What
like
about
those
oldies?
older
You like the
guys.
oldies, Will? You like
Yeah,
those?
oldies are the ones oldies and Mozart and Beethoven.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. I like a bit of everything. Definitely I'm a country fan. I grew up that way. Just still like it. So
weird.
yeah. Let's see what else. We could wrap it up pretty soon. We'll take any maybe final questions. Otherwise, what did we hit today? We talked about
So today we talked about the No Kings protest. We talked about a specific tattoo on some guy that's running in Vermont for the House or something.
mhm.
Uh, we also talked about being banned on TikTok. So TikTok, if you are watching this, please unban us because I know you guys are nice. And the last thing we talked about was the Louvre and how some guys somehow managed to steal millions and millions of dollars worth of Napoleon artifacts from it. So yeah, thank you guys all very much for watching.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of, please go to gsd-nation.com and make sure you buy some merch there because this merch is very soft. It has very good logos on it. It's amazing stuff. And also, don't forget to subscribe and like because that will actually help us out a ton, especially if you go to YouTube. So please go to YouTube and subscribe there. Thank you very much.
Wow. Doing the hard sell. Nice job.
I'm
All right.
very yeah.
Thanks everybody for joining up. We'll keep doing this regularly. Probably more regularly, actually.
Yes.
Okay. We'll see you.
Bye. Thank you.